Hi everyone, so I wanted to make a special video for you guys today, and I want to talk about the sequels to past Owlcrate books that have yet to come out. Now, if the covers for these books have been released, we'll pop them up on the screen. If they haven't been released yet, we won't put anything up, so don't be concerned if you don't see anything beside my face. And some of these books I'm going to talk about, we know very little about. At this point in time, Goodreads just says untitled or to be released and doesn't really have any information, but it is on Goodreads, so I'm going to talk about it here. One more little bit of housekeeping. These books aren't in any particular order. I haven't sorted them by date or anything like that, so without further ado, let's jump into the books. So first up, we have Finale by Stephanie Garber, and this is the third and final book in the Caraval trilogy. Now, obviously when Caraval came out, it was a huge success. We absolutely love the series. Legendary, the second book, came out very recently, and I'm super excited for this third book. And Finale comes out in May of 2019. So next up is one you may have not heard of yet, but that is a follow-up to A Fire and Stars, which we included in our box way back in 2016, and it is getting a book called Of Ice and Shadows, and that is coming out in next August, and I'm super excited to be back in this world. So next up is more of a companion than a sequel, but Melissa Albert is going to be publishing the fairy tales that were included within the novel The Hazel Wood. If you read that book, the tales are haunting and very creepy, so this is one I'm really excited to get to. That book is currently untitled. It could be Tales from the Hinterland, which is what it's called in the novel, but I'm unsure, but it's going to come out in 2019. So next up is the finale to a book we included way back in 2016. This is going to be the fourth book in the series that is yet untitled, but that is the fourth book in the Three Dark Crowns series by Kendara Blake. So currently the books out in the series are Three Dark Crowns, One Dark Throne, and Two Dark Reigns just came out, and I know so many people are highly anticipating the fourth and final book. So this yet untitled novel is coming out in 2019. So next on my list is I think the one that I am personally the most excited for, and that is King of Fools, which is the follow-up to Ace of Shades by Amanda Foody. Now this one comes out in April of next year, and I am just so hyped on it. They have released this beautiful cover. This book was one of my biggest surprises of 2018. I absolutely fell in love with Ace of Shades, and I cannot wait to read more from this world. Now for another one that tons of people are super hyped about right now, especially because it's coming out on October 2nd, so you only have like another week to wait. But that is The Lady's Guide to Petticoats and Piracy, which is the follow-up to The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, which was just a fun historical fiction romp, and these characters are hilarious, and Mackenzi can do no wrong in my eyes, so I'm super excited for this one to come out soon. Next is The Cursed Sea, and this is the follow-up to The Glass Spare by DeStefano, and this one comes out in December, and this is just a duology that I am super thrilled about. I think it's underrated and more people need to pick it up, and December is not long now, so I'm super excited for the sequel. So next up we have the Heart of Iron duology, and the sequel coming out in 2019 is called Soul of Stars. This one doesn't have an exact release date yet, but I'm sure we'll be getting one soon, and I, again, adore this cover. I think this series is just so much fun, and I love these characters and cannot wait to be back with them in their outer space adventure. So another 2019 release is going to be the third and final book in the Fallen Isles trilogy by Jodi Meadows, and again, this one's untitled, but it is going to be the sequel to Before She Ignites and As She Ascends, which just came out. So next up is a book that I believe comes out the furthest in the future at the moment, and this one comes out in 2020, and that is My Calamity Jane. Now we included both My Lady Jane and My Plain Jane in our boxes, so who knows, maybe this will show up in an Owlcrate. So next up is the sequel to a book we just included in our box back in August, Grace and Fury, and that is Queen of Ruin, and this book's going to come out on July 2nd, 2019. Alright, next up is another one that's more of a companion and not a sequel, and that is a yet untitled companion to Skye in the Deep by Adrienne Young. Now she has confirmed that this is set in the same world as Skye in the Deep but follows different characters, and this one doesn't have an exact release date yet, but it is scheduled for 2019. Alright, so we've made it to the end. Last but not least is one that I know so many people are incredibly excited about, and that is The Wicked King by Holly Black. Now obviously this is the follow-up to the highly popular The Cruel Prince, which we included January of this year, and this one comes out on January 8th of 2019, and I know I've heard so much hype for it already, and we are excited. Alright, so those are some of the sequels coming out to past Owlcrate books. Let me know in the comments down below which book you are the most excited for. I know there are several on the list that I can't wait to get to. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Happy reading, and thanks for being awesome. Bye!